nation. No donation, no salvation.
And remember, respect is everything.
And we're back. So a lot of you are probably wondering what's been going on with the PayPal dispute. It's been more or less dealt with. It went a lot smoother than I was expecting. So if you didn't see the last video where I recorded a phone call, sorry if I'm not looking at the screen. I'm checking my computer, because my computer and my TV are right here. So it may look like I'm looking at my TV, because, you know, that's how my setup is, because, you know, I don't know. That's just what I like to do. I like having my setup like that, because, you know, it's convenient for me, because while I'm playing games, I can look something up and, you know, all that. So before we proceed any further, I'm actually going to check both my bank and my PayPal just to ensure that there are no further issues before I continue any further with this. Nope, we should be good. Okay, so let's proceed. So what happened was, to make a long story short, I'll be honest, I don't really use PayPal that much at all, because I only really have a PayPal account because I thought I needed it for eBay, which in reality, you don't really need it. You could just use your card. So let me explain what happened. I was on Google browsing some pictures of stuff, and I saw something that I liked made by an artist who produces, you know, models of stuff. So to make a long story short, we went back and forth talking about, you know, how much would it cost for me to commission him to make some models of something that I really like. I'm not going to say what it is yet. It's kind of a surprise. I have no clue when it's going to be done, because, again, this guy does really good work, and, you know, it could take probably, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I know he does really good work. I've seen his stuff, and I've heard a lot of good things about his work the further I researched him. But anyway, sorry if I'm rubbing my chin a lot. I just shaved, and it feels kind of nice. So what happened was, because I don't use PayPal that often, I didn't know I could have just paid him directly to his PayPal instead of actually moving money into my account. So I guess you could say this was kind of an error on my part. So what happened was because it was a time-sensitive issue, I decided, okay, I'll transfer some money into my PayPal account and then pay him with that. The problem was, I didn't have to do that at all. I could have just gave him the money by just clicking on the name and just sending the funds, rather than requesting the money transfer, which resulted in the disaster that took place. So when I realized, oh, I didn't have to do that, so I decided, okay, I'll just pay him and then try to cancel that transfer. What I didn't realize is you're not allowed to cancel transfers once they've been processed. So what happened was, you know, I tried to call PayPal. I called them twice to figure out how to rectify this. They didn't really want to help me the first two times, and they were very rude to me, I'm not going to lie. The last two people I got were very friendly and very nice to me, so I'll give them credit for that, for those two workers that did attend me. Even if I was a little aggressive in the last video where I recorded the actual call. But anyway, what happened was, okay, since they didn't want to help me, I'll call my bank. My bank didn't want to help me the first time. The second time, they were a little more helpful, and in retrospect, I should have, you know, just waited for, you know, the money to come in and then just send it back to my bank. Because what happened was, the bank took money from PayPal, and I got my money back from PayPal because I saw it was in my balance. Okay, I'll just transfer that back to my bank account, since, you know, I hadn't seen any money yet. So I transferred it back to my bank account. About maybe a few hours later, there's an extra $300 there that isn't mine. That's from PayPal, because the bank took money from PayPal to return my money. So again, it started this long ordeal of phone calls and stuff. So I called them again to ask what happened. The third time, they did help me, but again, it only got so far and nothing was accomplished. So what happened was, if you saw that video, at the end of the video, the guy transferred me to a collections department that was not even open on the weekends or past 8 p.m. on weekdays, because they're only open Monday through Friday until 8 p.m. And because I called rather late in the day, you know, I knew I was going to be on hold for a while, so I was just playing video games while waiting for that call to go through. And when I finally did get a hold of someone, they were actually much more helpful. I will admit, I was very aggressive, and I'm sorry if I repeated myself a lot in that video. I just have to be sure of these things, and not to mention, I'm autistic, and I have numerous other problems. But anyway, make a long story short, I've probably said that a million times too. Repetition, it's the curse. They transferred me to their collections department, which wasn't open, so I wasted about, God knows, maybe 2 hours of my time, because I called them at 6. I was on hold for at least almost more than an hour. Didn't get a hold of someone until maybe 12 minutes after 7, and then we talked a little more. I edited out a lot of the random silence and pauses and some of the ads that went through, because, again, that would have made the video way too long. Would have been like probably 2 hours of just me on the phone listening to ads and occasionally talking to somebody. But point is, nothing was accomplished. So the next day, which was Monday, because I had to wait through the weekend to pass to give them their money back. So I had told them, hey, my bank account got blocked out because of all the crazy transactions and money going back and forth. How do I give PayPal back their money and keep my money? So I thought, but wait, my bank account is blocked from their service because it got removed, or what. I don't remember exactly what they said. It was just, I'd have to watch that video again, but they said, oh, but that is true, but adding the bank card is kind of a workaround. So I said, all right, screw it, I'll add my bank card. And amazingly, I was able to give them back their money. My negative balance was completely cleared, and I was like, holy crap, I didn't think that would work. So we pretty much parted ways. We hung up, and then that was it. They got their money back, I got my money back, and that's pretty much the end of it. And the last call I had went surprisingly well, and surprisingly quick too. But that's also probably because I called in the morning instead of like in the late afternoon, early night hours. Again, when you do calls like this, you want to do them early because they'll have you on hold for probably an eternity. But anyway, that's all I got on that. I haven't experienced any further issues with my money or anything else. So, again, I'm sorry this is not the kind of video people really care for, but, I mean, at the end of the day, I wanted to provide some kind of update on something I've been dealing with, and this is also the main reason videos have been slow, because I haven't had any time to focus on anything else because I've been dealing with this dispute. So, it is what it is. But it's all done and over with. I can finally focus on building more models and, other stuff for videos. And maybe hopefully record some car content on the Matador, even though it's freezing cold right now. And I'm not going to lie, dealing with a carbureted V8 in the cold sucks. And dealing with an old car in the summer also sucks because I have no AC because I haven't fixed it yet. Because I spent most of my money just fixing the carburetor and a few other little odds and ends with the engine. But again, at least now I don't have to fix the AC because it's freezing cold. The only problem is, I kind of have to, keep a jumper and a bunch of other stuff to get the car started in the morning because, it is my daily car because I choose to put up with it since, I don't like new cars because I'm not saying new cars are bad. I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff in new cars I don't care for. Not to mention, a guy like me can't really afford a new car, so that's why I go for old cars like that one. And that one, good lord, the money I paid for that was a steal. I almost feel bad, but not really because it's my car now. Anyway, that's all irrelevant. I don't know when I'll have more videos ready to go. Again, now that I finally have some time to focus on stuff, but I've also been kind of taking time for myself to kind of just breathe and clear my mind because I do believe mental health is important. So it is what it is. As you can see, I'm playing video games right now because, again, I really need to clear my head of all this nonsense because I've had to deal with a lot of stupid people in the last almost 2 weeks. Anyway, I hope you all have a good one, and hopefully I'll have something out sooner or later today. That's more, that's more this stuff and not, dealing with customer service departments or, getting mad at people, which, oh my God. Trust me, I know I came off really aggressive in that last video, but when you've been dealing with this stuff for as many years as I have and always having your money screwed with, it's not fun. Trust me. And I would know because I've had my money stolen from me far too many times. And I've had to go through so many hoops and hurdles just to get it back. Anyway, that's enough. I hope you all have a good one. And I will see you all in the next one.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!